Okay, this is John is the man. I'm just responding to this guy Pro Myth or whatever the heck his name is. His video Atheist versus Atheist, and I just find it really fascinating. Like atheists have finally stepped off of that self-righteous high horse and realized like, we have a problem. All we do is hate on Christians, and we don't really offer up any opinion of our own. We just spend our days hating and insulting and not really giving any facts. I think, and the weird thing is, like, they say it's a split between atheists, but really it's no real split. And I hear atheists saying this as if to defend atheism. Like, yeah, there's no split there. That's with religions. Atheists it just is. I'm like, yes, exactly. So basically, unlike say a split between churches where they disagree on philosophy, like say I would disagree with a Catholic that I don't have to go to church and say everything I've done bad to some dude in a booth, you know. They don't disagree on philosophy. Those freaking atheists who go out and make just crazy artwork of Jesus sticking up his middle finger and saying God hates you on abortion buildings, and God wants to kill babies, and just being just general ignorant, rude, and just generally acting like a lot of atheists would call douchebaggery. Like, I think they agree with those atheists in principle. There's nothing atheists have to say against that. That's why a lot of atheists will realize that it's wrong to do that, and then at the same time try to defend the hateful comments. And then they'll try to excuse it, like, yeah, they're ruffling feathers, and this needs to happen. I've seen people even try to defend the atheists, and the weird thing is, black people marching because they're not getting equal rights, like, that's ruffling feathers. But just insulting someone, it doesn't even matter what you're talking about, just for the sake of doing it. I mean, that's not, you're not gonna solve anything like that. Like, they realize that, like, you don't solve anything with hate, but yet atheists seem to be deluded into thinking that they can somehow just belittle and demean and just shame Christians into believing I guess their dark and depressing philosophy and point of view, you know? Uh, and it's not gonna work. Like, that's the reason why I turned away from atheism, is because of how dark and depressing that point of view was. Basically, you have to shame someone, you have to demean someone, you have to basically bring down someone in order for them to accept the philosophy. And yet atheists will try to defend the philosophy, like, oh yeah, well, atheists are just smart, it's a smart philosophy. And I'm like, okay, if it's so smart, then how come these atheists are using hate like this? And he's like, and then some atheists are like, oh well, that's stupid, yeah, that's stupid that they're doing that. So I'm like, okay, so are you saying that these stupid atheists, that you just called them stupid for using this as an argument, because you're saying that's the same thing they are accusing believers of doing, and so you're saying these people are smarter than me? And the obvious answer to that is no. But they agree with you. These people that are hating, it's not like they're doing something that is against what you believe. This is everything you believe. This is what you agree with. You agree with the people that are hating on God. You see nothing. You really, I mean, you act like you see nothing wrong with it, but deep down inside, this is what atheism is. It's just what it is. And it's just the number one reason why I did turn away from atheism. And yeah, they realize they have a problem. And I think the only real divide between, say, new atheists or old atheists or whatever, there is no divide. The only, I guess, slight difference is some atheists will just spew hate. They just spew hate. They're not really trying to get any point across. They're not trying to get any attention on them to make a point. They're just hating. And some atheists will try to justify their hate with like small excuses or arguments. These are like the Thunderfoots of the world, and people who do that, they make these little, just little easily refutable arguments, then just spew hate at people. I mean, the thing is, I always justify hate as, the only way hate can be justified is if someone personally did something to you. So when I see these atheists spewing hate at me and just leaving all these hateful comments, I'm like, I have done nothing to these people for them to hate me. And that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, if someone does something to you and you hate them, you legitimately hate them. But if someone has done nothing to you and you hate them, you have a psychological problem. And it's a shame, but most atheists are like this. Um, yeah, I guess that's all I gotta say. Um, it's just amazing how they are. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else. All right, peace.